Right? Why do we need to be blessed free of attachment, aversion, envy? Because that time you have no body. And even if you have body, it is your mind that leads the body to go somewhere. Right? Your mind desires to go to shopping, and then the body has no choice but to go. Right? So similarly, because the reason why they're talking about, now we have not been able to liberate ourselves in the Dharmakaya realm, Sambhogakaya chance is gone. The last chance is now, not to go to sixth realm, but go to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, Nirmanakaya Pure Land, not the Sambhogakaya. As Holiness said a few days ago, Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is a Nirmanakaya. Right? So, in order to do that, we have to be able to prevent ourselves from being born into the sixth realm, including the Samsaric God realm. So that is why it says, when you see a celestial palace with the God's children flocking joyfully, lake adorned, beautiful lakes, etc., that time if you feel like going there, that moment you feel the desire to go there, you are born into the God realm. Because to be born in God realm is you don't have to go through the mother's womb 9 months. It is the immediate, you say God, and then suddenly, they have a baby in the lap, that's it. And they say, my baby, So in order to prevent that instant rebirth, as I mentioned in the first day also, the visualization also, there are 4 visualizations. The visualization where instantly transform into the green Tara is to develop our ability to instantly transform our consciousness into the Tara so that we can prevent such kind of rebirths also. One of the reasons. So anyway, then is gone. So then if you see your father and mother, in a relationship, as I mentioned earlier, if you're going to be born as a boy, desire towards the mother, anger towards the father. If you're going to be born as a girl, an opposite, etc. And so the desire and anger draws you into the mother's womb. And then when you see beautiful palaces, if you feel sense of jealousy, that is the cause for us to be born into the demigod realm, right? And then chased by the storms, thunder, rain, heat and cold, we feel that I must approach a cave, ravine, tree stump and take refuge. If such experience arises, may I know that now I'm going to be born into the animal realm. Right? Animals are born live in the cave, the leaves, etc. If you see a beautiful mansion made of deadly red-hot metal, and we feel very cold, and we think it's very beautiful, may we know that is the realm of the hell realm, or hungry ghost realm, hungry ghost realm. And may we recognize its nature and be without that. When we have that kind of, the thinking of entering, may we recognize its nature. May we recognize the nature of the fear, right? Instead of saying I'm afraid, protecting me from something, may we rather recognize that fear itself doesn't have inherent existence. May you understand that. What they say, that you have nothing to fear except fear itself. That's very true. It is true that there are ghosts in the world. There is from the Buddha Dhamma. Yeah, it's true. It's not. Some people say, "Oh, that is very haunted place. It's a ghost. Spirits are there." No, actually, Buddha said very clearly that everywhere there is a spirit. Millions of them. Whether it's a brand new home also, some spirits are negative, yes, but generally Bardo spirits everywhere. And some people can get scared of spirit and get even heart attack. Right? The reason why we get heart attack is because of our fear, not because of the spirit. Right? If you have no fear, spirit have no power over you. Right? And I always tell people that we do not need to be scared of the spirit. Right? Why? Have you ever heard of spirit eating chicken? No? Right? We human beings are the one. We eat animals. 57 billion population of human population. We kill 56 billion animals every year. We eat meat. We eat, the leg, we eat the skin, we eat the heart, the kidney, the liver, the blood, So who is more scary? Spirit is scared of us, Long time back, after I received a teaching from my guru about, that reason why we like meat is actually a negative habit. It is not that the meat is wonderful. It's just that we are so used to doing something, eating something dirty that we do not find it dirty anymore. So after my teacher told me that, I was going looking for a food in one of the big kind of, the shopping mall. I couldn't find a vegetarian food. I was looking around. And suddenly I realized that, imagine that, because it was the food court are usually down, there was so many variety of meat. Peking duck, and then this kind of pork leg, and then, I was thinking that time I was thinking, is it so amazing that we don't feel scared? Right? Imagine that, it is imagine that instead of the Peking duck, it is more like the fried Beijing Chinese, and the leg of fried American, instead of KFC being chicken, there's one human leg up there, It's the same basically, just that we are used to it, You have one huge leg of American up there, fried there, and then some Asian with apple in the mouth, like they're living like that. It will be like a horror house. But because we are so used to it, we are so used to, consuming something that is not pleasant, not beautiful, not nice. We don't realize it. We are so used to, because every morning we don't really say, all the sentient beings want happiness and do not want suffering. I want to do the Tara practice for the benefit of all sentient beings from our heart. We do not practice such kind of bodhicitta, such kind of emotional intelligence. That is why, for the sake of few minutes of our enjoyment from here, we are willing to take the life of another people, another beings. Not once, not twice, but every time. Some even 3 times a day. And then you say, I am a very good person, Why did I get a cancer? And you are eating chicken in the mouth. I never harm anybody, Why is karma so unfair, And you have one big chicken in your mouth and there's a beef steak in front of you. And I never harm anybody, So I am a very good person. And then we go to temple and do small offering, maybe $5 and say, when will that karma come? Very strange. So anyway, so that's why I'm saying, that the fear, the fact that we fear ghost, but we don't fear human being, is because you don't have a fear. It is your fear that makes us causes us something to look fearful and suffering, and because of that fear, we feel like taking refuge. So it says here, and because of envy and jealousy, we take rebirth in a womb or an egg. As I mentioned earlier, when you are going to take rebirth in the womb or an egg, you are encouraged by the desire and anger. When you feel a desire for a smell and taste, we take birth in a moisture like a worms. When you feel desire to a place, we take rebirth in the God realm instantly. So that bless us to be free of desire, aversion, or craving. When we see our parents in place of birth, may I not have any desire, may I know this as an illusion, and through awareness of my own nature of the mind, without attachment, close the door to the womb. If I am not able to close the door of the womb, then may I at least be born into the Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, or the land of Akshobhya Buddha, or the Tushita heaven, or else as a universal king or a pure Brahman lineage, and bless us to be born in accordance with our wish. Once reborn, may we remember our previous life, so that we will not repeat the mistakes of the previous life, and have the good fortune to practice Dharma, and not just ordinary Dharma, but the Mahayana. Not just Mahayana, which gives enlightenment, but Vajrayana, which can give enlightenment within 16 life, is the longest if you do not break the samaya, and the shortest is within this life. And out of great loving and kindness, knowing that all the sentient beings are going through the Bardo, go these three Bardo endlessly right now, right this very moment. How many beings are suffering in the Bardo realm? Some are between the Bardo of the birth and death, yet they are unaware and they are worried about everything except landing and immigration. They are very happy up there in the plane, and the plane is about to land. Right? Out of the aspiring solely for the benefit of others, may we through our efforts quickly attain enlightenment by the power of the blessing of the victorious one and their son, by the power of the purity of the nature of ultimate reality, by the power of the purity of our altruistic thought, means bodhicitta mind. Because when you do something with the bodhicitta mind, your green Tara practice doing for yourself and doing for all the sentient being, the difference is thousandfold. An ordinary person doing and someone who keeps the vow of the bhikshu, bhikshuni, offering one lamb, the difference is thousandfold. But a bhikshu who is not a bodhisattva and someone who is a bodhisattva offering a lamb, the difference is 10,000-fold or even more. And someone who does not only with the bodhicitta but the Vajrayana understanding of union, the merit is 100 million times more. So that is why it says, by the power of purity of our altruistic thought, bodhicitta thought, because I'm doing prayer not just for myself but for all the beings stuck in the realm, may they be liberated, may these wishes accordingly come true. So
Jambalam Pawin Childra Kimba Tangundu Sambode Tijin Deda Kungi Jesu Dalwe Kiwa Dida Tamjeram Dungo Tusumu Shibe Gyalwa Tamje Ngwa Kanla Chodung Abadin Daushan Givin Sawadik Sangpo Jeram Dungo Gi Changchu Simcho Rinpo Chi Magi Panamagi Kiba Nyamba Midba Kungni Kondo Belwa Reisho Tenbin Palgyura Lami Sheba Tenzin Kibu Sating Yongla Kyavan Tembe Chindangat Jurwagin Temba Yongring Nem Trashi Sho